All right, you guys ready to get started? I'll be in order. Fred?
Yes.
I got you at the top of my agenda. Wait, no, you're on. Never mind. Hold on. You just put it on top of my pile.
Oh,
We're doing a roll call.
okay.
Sorry. Debbie?
Present.
Destiny has a pre-approval for being gone. Nick?
Present.
And BJ?
Present.
I'm present. Agenda approval.
I move to approve the agenda.
A second.
Moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, passes. Public comment on agenda item only. What do we got? Mr. Casey.
Can I be on camera?
No.
Yeah, you felt the
You're
need.
filming, right? All right. Can we start with the word of prayer, please? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this council, Lord. We thank you for a country in which we can work together with our government. Our voices can be heard, Lord. And we just pray that their business would be productive. And we thank you for that. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. The trash waste. You know, there's a lot of talk about people.
Casey. Oh, it is on here. You're good. Sorry, I didn't notice you put it on here. I didn't know. No, I didn't know she had it on here.
Well, a lot of discussion about what's going on in the town, everything else, and then it's kind of nonsense when we've got a situation where the trash yard that serves the whole town cannot actually just put your branches there, put your leaves there, whatever it may be. There's plenty of opportunity for individuals to actually do things that make a difference in this town. And they can be as small as don't drop your washer and dryer off in the leaf pile. That being said, I brought business cards. Those individuals that believe that there is not ways that they can help in this community, you're welcome to talk to me. Come down. I wrote my street address on it. Call me, text me, whatever you want to do. But whatever's going out in this free press is garbage. So when you want to interview individuals that go against that, bring it as a public forum. Because people are not going to sit down with you individually when you're showing yourself to be slanderous at best.
Thank you, Casey.
Casey?
I appreciate you guys, I really do, and I'm not going to stick around for this because I trust you guys. I trust what's going on, and I appreciate what your efforts look like.
Thank you, Casey, so much.
I suck at reading person, sorry. I didn't teach that in school when I was there.
Linda, for the heroine.
Linda Aaron?
Probably you're not going to let me speak because it's not a real agenda. I was here for the first time ever in a council meeting, and my only interest is to hear directly from you rather than from a whole lot of other people what is going on and how it's being addressed is to resolve some of these things. However, I couldn't hear a lot of what was being said last time because you weren't speaking up, or your heads were turned this way and you weren't speaking as I am now, and therefore couldn't hear what was being said back here. So I would please ask, could you all at your meetings speak up nice like this so we can all hear what you're saying? It would be very helpful so that we don't get wrong ideas about what's being said.
Thanks, Linda.
Announcements. May 18th is a work session. June 1st, wow, that's coming right around the corner. The 26th is our next council meeting after this one. Old business, fence discussion and information. So this is where we're supposed to do some homework, kind of see where we were, what we wanted to do, how we wanted to approach this. My take on it is between landowners, that's their problem. It's not a city issue at all. Anything that touches city property, the burden of proof of the fence will go on the homeowner, plain and simple. So if we come and we decide that you're putting a fence up and we feel that it's on our easement or in our alley or in our road, we're gonna ask for you to prove without a reasonable doubt that it is your property. That's the way I feel about it. It's not an ordinance, it's not anything like that. That's the way I feel about it. The burden of proof, if you wanna put something on my property, you're gonna have to prove that it's yours. Mine, the fact is a city, not my personal property,
Sure.
obviously, right? Just because you're measuring 10 feet from the center of an alley, who says the alley's in the center of our easement? It could be off to one side or the other. It doesn't mean that we went, oh, well, it's right here. If you look at a lot of them, they have twists and bends, and so that would be my take on it. And then other than that, I would stick with the state and federal building code and all fences. Make it easy peasy, simple.
Sounds good.
That would be my take.
Yep,
I'm
sounds reasonable.
And access to the meter.
We have a call in to confirm about the liability issue, right? You said for doing it where the neighbors getting the neighbor approval thing.
I haven't called anybody on it. It would be there again. In my feeling would be if Thomas and I were neighbors and I wanted to put a fence up between us, the burden would be on me to figure out where that line is or have an agreement with Thomas. And if Thomas happened to move and the new owner came and had it surveyed and I was 2 feet off, I'm gonna pay to move the fence or we're going to court.
Yeah.
And that's the way a lot of places deal with it. So, and yeah, access to the meter is key. Not behind a lock gate, not behind an 8-foot fence. We have to be able to get access. And access enough to work on it if we need to, not just enough to open the lid.
How many are not accessible now?
Between fences and overgrowth,
Yes.
20.
Really?
So
There's
how
three
do,
I can't
how do we
find.
how do we get those into code? I guess
That's
are they
that's off the
gonna,
fence topic.
are
but
they well no, I mean it's the ones that are behind fences.
Yeah.
If we put this in and create this, are those grandfathered in? And
There's no
okay, you get
grandfather
what
clauses.
that's what I'm trying.
And I believe the old ordinance states that already. I haven't went through them all to verify that, but I would assume that they would write that in there originally.
For the overgrowth ones,
The overgrowth, we have
is breaking an ordinance in itself.
within itself.
Right.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank you, Jason.
So that's a whole other ordinance. If you want to, we can discuss that one at one point too, but right now we're talking fences.
Yeah. No. But,
And I'm good if you guys want to table this and find out more information on how you guys want to do it. We don't have anything.
I don't at least.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna-
think
we're-
they're prepared to move
Well,
on it
yeah,
tonight.
no,
Yeah.
No. But
Just want to make sure that we're still thinking about that, working on this, and if you guys want to bring it to a vote, we can next meeting or so.
yeah, I think that's fine.
Dog licensing and chicken coop fees. You can put fees with chicken coops. We discussed moving the license date from February to like June or July to take that burden off the new clerk when we get it. That way they're not trying to do end of year reports and budget finals and tax levies and all that other stuff all in 1 month. And then with that, we need to ensure that we are following the RCWs on those. Proof of rabies, proof of vaccinations, proof of spayed or neutered, not just, yeah, I had it done. Not just a receipt with the actual.
Without having a full-time clerk to be here to receive said things, how are people supposed to do that?
Well, you can schedule an appointment. there's people here 3-4 days a week, and I'm home every night, so we can make it work.
But if you
All
have
right.
your
No,
doc-
yeah, that's but yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, you have the documentation, you
Yeah,
can send a
just-
copy,
Or you just
Okay.
put it
Alright.
in the
or if
box.
you drop it in the
Well,
box. Yeah.
if emailing it and all that's good enough, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
And there'll be a form, and it'll probably mimic, I think, Star
The one
Shared.
that she, I like
we'll
that
work on
one.
that form,
Yeah.
verify it through we're gonna send it to Bishop and make sure that everything's on the up and up on that, but,
Yeah.
Stephen, not Eric,
Just
Eric's-
the dad, yeah.
oh,
Father-in-law, sorry.
because Eric's still deployed. So if you guys go with that, we'll work on that and try to get that ready as well. Chicken coops, pretty much the same thing. Just not obviously the vaccination stuff, but verifying the date, changing the date to be license fee will go when dogs do. So June, July, whatever we decide on that one.
Okay.
At some point, I would like to dig into that one a little bit more. Not right now. I got enough stuff going on. We got enough stuff going on. But just food for thought, a verification of pen, make sure that it's predator proof once a year, verification of what you have in your chicken coop, make sure you don't have roosters, make sure you don't have chickens, make sure you don't have doves or pigeons or turkeys or whatever other fowl you decide you want to throw in your yard, right? Before that license is issued each year, just as a clarification for the town. That way we can say at this point in time, this is what they have if someone complains.
As far as not renewing, you mean?
Yeah, you'll renew until you get an inspection.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gonna add some work to a guy or a person.
No, but
It's gonna make that process a little easier, I think, on a lot of people in
I
town.
get that.
Can we do a more frequent check on numbers of chickens and things like that?
You
Just what we
could,
decide.
you could write in a periodic check if you wanted to. I don't know how that would look.
Yeah, I don't
But-
either, just was wondering.
It's a thought. Okay, yard waste was tabled, pending insurance and liability. So Friday at 10, CIAW, which is our city insurance carrier, I don't even know that's the right term, who we insure through.
Yeah.
They're sending their risk management and liability personnel out to do an assessment of the town. They'll look at sidewalks, they'll look at our sewer plants, all our buildings, our parks, streets, things that they insure for liability purposes. And then they'll do a report and tell us where we need to lie, what we need to fix, things like that. So with the yard waste, I would like to keep that tabled until after that assessment. So then we have that to go on to with that. We did remove the 50 cents this month from the water bills. So everybody should see that reflected on their bills this month.
So that remains locked then?
It does remain locked. Unless somebody leaves a gate open, which I don't think I have yet.
Somebody thought they saw someone coming, like maybe having dumped
Now, there is two
something.
people that have keys, the Larsons and the Johnsons, but they have the easement to get down through there. Now, if they lock it after they walk through, I'm not here, so I can't verify that they do. I have asked them nicely to lock behind themselves. I do know it's kind of cumbersome.
Yeah.
Because when I'm working at the sewer plant, it's in and out quite a bit, and I know it's locked. It's kind of cumbersome. And I do have a key. I do have two of my. So Devin from Emerald Creek has a key to the gate and a key to the sewer plant, and then also Chad Short from Evergreen Rural Water. He is my sewer plant expert, if you will. He has a key and he shares it with his water expert, which is also one of our water guys. We have a subscription to Evergreen. So those two gentlemen also have a key because I'm not always around when they need to go tweak or do whatever they need to do for me. So they always call and let me know they're around. Hey, what are you doing? I'm not coming down. That's usually my answer. All right. Street closure. Nancy Anderson and Tony Anderson asked me to bring up to you guys about a street closure. They would like to close a little section of C, Second Church. I guess that's C on that
So
side
where
too.
all three of them meet, basically?
Right in this section, they're gonna have a carnival for Sophie's graduation party on June 5th. roughly from 5 to 8-ish is what she said.
It said 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the thing.
Yeah, it did.
Star didn't get my recent email, and then
Yeah, it's 10 to 8.
no, if I emailed her back and said no, I got.
I was like, that seemed like a long time.
No, and it's not the 7th either. She did not see my second response.
Oh.
Okay,
So when is
so
it?
when is it?
So it's June 5th.
In time.
It is 5-ish p.m.
Yeah.
to 8-ish p.m.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was
that
camping
makes-
when
that
we were
makes
talking
sense.
about this.
That
Sorry.
makes more sense.
That's when I got that one. So I don't know if we need to vote on that. We don't really
Nobody
need a resolution.
besides Nancy and Jenny's houses are being technically blocked, right?
Yes.
Correct, and they'll all be in on.
That's what I, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get around every other aspect. of
I'm gonna
that.
ask them to close it at the beginning of the second. And way no one turns down, it has to turn around.
Has to turn, I like that. Yeah.
I mean,
think that's
Vernon
fair.
Weber would be the only one blocked off. And I can go talk to him. He'll be all right with
Yeah.
it.
And it's a Sunday, so.
It's a fifth? No, it should be a Friday.
Yeah, as long as they're okay with it too, then, yeah.
Graduation?
Graduation
This
is
is
on
Friday.
Sunday, but the party is on the Friday.
Oh, so this is not a graduation day. Oh,
No.
Gotcha, okay.
Unless she told me the wrong dates.
Yeah, gotcha,
But
okay.
that's the date she gave me is the 5th.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I don't see a problem with that.
I will set out
Do we need to?
Do they need?
We don't have as far as I know, we don't have an ordinance or resolution saying that we have to come to council.
Yeah, so they're
um,
just doing it nicely and to just.
Well, yeah, because any other time we close the street, we would.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we need to tell the council.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure we got everything covered.
We closed Bonner Street a couple of years ago for the 4th of July.
Yes,
That end Derek
Yes.
lived on.
Who's gonna handle the actual closing?
I'll put the stuff out. It's just sitting outside the shop now. I can put it away from.
When we did the street next to Jenny's,
Probably.
Fall Fair, I think was the last time we closed.
So. Okay. We good with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Fred,
Yes.
now it's your turn.
Oh, thank you. All right. So just a quick look. We've got typical May weather. Oh, that was supposed to be May. Anyway, we have a few minor wind events coming along, but it's getting drier. So now we're moving into the season when we need to be concerned about the height of grasses in the area because it just takes,
Mhm.
well, the conditions that we operate under are low humidity, high temperatures, high wind, and something to give a spark. And you now have a wildfire. And, you know, it happens all the time. In fact, we've already had about 12 wildfires so far here in eastern Washington. And that's just within the last 2 months. So now we're in fire season. So that this is why this becomes an issue for us. Now, through the 30-day forecast indicates that there are going to be some periods of light rain, maybe. And that's going to be off and on throughout the month. So, which is good for farmers, and it's also good for our humidity and for keeping the fuels damp, but it also means more fuel growth. So again, weeds and grass growth is an issue. And again, our seasonal disaster focus is on windstorms because usually that's the presenting thing that brings us to a Malden, Pine City kind of event. Is if we have a high wind event and we have a fire that's moving quickly over dry grass, that's what led to those towns being decimated. Okay, and again, just continuing on with more readiness information as it goes out. Since our clerk has left, I've kind of got a disconnect on getting things into the water bills. So I think I'm supposed to be talking to Star, am I not?
Or
If I have something to go in from
The
emergency
enclosures.
management?
In the water bills, yeah.
Okay, so Star is who I'm going to talk to. Okay,
or you can let me know and we'll
Okay, well,
get them.
I'll send them to you then. All right. Other than that, I think that's all I've got for right now. Any other questions for me? That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
Maintenance report, you guys all have a Town of Endicott Public Works report. So it says, I would like to move forward with spraying the parks and control the weeds in the grassy areas. This process will require me to close the park for approximately the parks or a park at a time for 2 to 3 days to ensure the safety of the people around us. I'm not using anything super toxic or anything crazy or anything like that. It's just I'd rather be on the caution side of things. It's just a little 2,4-D to help get them some of the dandelions, some of the broadleaves out of the parks. We got some thistle growth going on. I just want to see if I can get some of that stuff knocked down before it takes over everything. If you'd rather, we could do some weed and feed. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it does a great job. But if you'd rather go that route, we could go that route. And I wouldn't close all the parks at once. And I'd put like caution tapes and a sign up saying, "Hey, park's closed." And I wouldn't do it on a Friday.
On a school day.
I'd probably try to do it in the middle of the week so that it'd be over a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Routine maintenance continues, mowing, debris, stuff like that. Erin, our helper from the state, she's gonna start doing flower bed work here pretty soon, either tomorrow or next day. She had some stuff to take care of today, so she's coming to town. But she's gonna start doing some flower bed work.
This is the thing
helper,
through
yeah,
Albion
the
or
Albion
whatever,
girl,
or through the same program that they do.
She's on loan
Yeah.
Yeah,
to us.
yeah. So instead of Albion using her, we're using her, essentially. Yeah.
Do you know where she's going to be planting stuff? What
So she's not planting anything.
Oh.
She's just pulling weeds and stuff like
Oh,
that.
she's pulling weeds.
We don't have anything to plant, so she's
Yeah,
just kind of
that's
helping
what I
weed
wondered,
and some of
yeah.
the flower beds and
Okay.
things like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Currently.
Yeah.
And the last thing is I want to start watering. We should start watering if you want to. I'm going to request from you guys how many days per week you want that to happen.
What did we do last year?
I have no idea what Ron had.
I would try 3 and see if it stays green.
Okay.
You know, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I know toward the end of the summer, weren't we rationing the water or something? Things
So
were
currently
getting
the state of
water.
Washington's in a drought. They've already declared a drought for the state of
We got
Washington.
no snowcap this month.
There are several towns and cities that have already used a water restriction.
Oh.
And have cut supplies and times you can and cannot water.
Oh my.
So they're really kind of, but it's not like the other side of the state, they're always worried about water.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. 3 days a week is probably a good place to
See what
start.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just see how it does.
Yeah,
Let me know if you want me to.
if I go 5 and it's a muddy mess.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see, the wastewater treatment plant continues to slowly, steady improve with the help from Chad. I got that in here. Rainfall and our influent is killing that plant. It kills the bugs in the plant. So what it does is the excess flow of all the sump pumps that are pumping into our closed sewer system is flushing the aerobic bugs out of the sewer plant. So the bugs aren't there to eat, to do their thing so that the plant runs the way it is, and it creates a lot of headache and issues down there. You gotta constantly adjust the blowers, you gotta constantly adjust flows where it's going in the weirs, and then the UV intensities. I mean, it's constantly adjusting. And our system isn't as fancy as some of the newer ones that do a lot of that on their own. It's all a manual process.
So we have an existing ordinance saying that people are not supposed to be sump pumping into our closed system, correct?
I believe so.
And we know where these
I got a
sump
fairly
pumps
good
are.
idea. I can use Chad from Evergreen. He has a camera. We can run it down the sewer lines.
I think
We can get 100% idea.
finding the locations and so it can be addressed would be a start.
We have sent letters out in the past regarding that,
Yeah.
because some years are definitely worse
I
than
mean,
others.
the cost of us having to constantly replace the bugs, right? That's
Well, bugs are cheap. I just
Okay.
go to Garfield and grab a couple of gallons of their water or another town, and I just transport it and dump it in ours, and I use their bugs. So that's how you get bugs. You don't buy bugs off the internet or
Borrow someone else's.
you steal somebody else's. And it takes a long time for those bugs to grow. So a couple of gallons of bugs will take like 2 weeks to grow.
but again,
Yeah.
but if it keeps getting depleted, that means we're having large portions of time in which
So
our
we're
plant is not
averaging-
operating correctly.
So we haven't had any rain in about a week probably.
So we've been okay now, and then they've had.
We're
a
still at
chance.
125,000 gallons for the plant. We should be at 30. So that is all the groundwater coming in from the sun, would be my guess. So I would say in the next couple of weeks, that flow should come down to about the 80-ish,
Unless we get some of that rain.
unless we get a
Just talking
small
about-
shot of rain. So that's where that is lying.
All right.
I thought I'd let you guys know that the weekly testing that we have to do from Anatech is $385 for the sewer plant, which averages us around $1,540 a month. So
But that's state mandated stuff, right?
Yeah, we don't have a way around that, do we?
we do not. We can recertify our lab and have it done in-house.
How much does that cost?
I don't know. And I don't know what all the parameters are, and I don't know why our lab came out of certification. Or do we still have all the equipment? But there's some.
I mean, at $1,500 a month. I mean, if it's not that ridiculous, then-
Right.
Does Colfax
I
currently
absolutely
have a
won't.
lab?
That was
They
my
won't-
next.
they won't.
Yeah.
They won't do any more outside.
Anybody else doing them themselves?
I would say
in
most
yours?
of the small towns are sending it.
Oh.
And it's our BOD and TSS that they're expensive.
If we did our lab, would we be able to do
Mm-hmm.
them for St. John, Cross?
If we had a person that was around to do it, yeah. If they were certified to do it, yes.
At that,
Yes. Yes.
When did we lose that lab? Like,
That before my time, I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know the last time the lab was certified, or if it ever officially got certified. That I don't know. 90% of the equipment's in there. And I think Scott, when he was here, was doing some of it, but I mean, I can try to find Scott again.
Bring him home.
Water department, this water department's been pretty slow. I did have an issue with the chlorinating pump early on, and actually today again, it blew a hose. Just makes the well smell like chlorine, something fierce. So I gotta order more chlorine. It comes in I have 55 gallon. I didn't realize that it was 53 gallons. Drum. They're about $500 a piece. In the summertime, I would say between June and November, we'll probably use anywhere between 2 and 3. Possibly between the pool and all the irrigation, it just gets depleted because we run so much water through their well. But from like October to now, we haven't even used a barrel. So it's just
seasonal.
seasonal, right? I will inform everybody, I did flush a bunch of hydrants today. We had one that was leaking up on First Street, and since I was up and about, I went and flushed some hydrants. So there's gonna be a little bit of dirty water coming through. Just run your faucet for a little bit, it should clear out.
Nancy say anything about when they're gonna be filling the pool?
Ooh, I didn't ask. We have a weekly test there, or a monthly test for the water. They test for, I can't remember what it is now off the top of my head. But they test every month for that. It's $42. We also do have some seasonal testing that we have to do, like at the end of the year, I have to do a lead and a copper test. Every 3 years currently, we have to do what they call a PFAS test. That one is $790. We have to do it every 3 years, but Albion has to do it quarterly, so I'm not quite sure why. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm not missing something on that but we printed the thing out last month, so I don't know why it would have changed, but Devin's checking into why one would have to do it more often than the other. And it could have something to do with the amount of people that are in the drinking water system. I know a lot of it has to do with that. So streets, nothing really going on in the street department. I'm waiting on TIB to set up a pre-construction meeting with Tomer. Chris Tomer, the owner of Tomer Construction, has been out of state for the last 2-3 weeks, so that he hasn't been able to set up that meeting. Hopefully get that meeting set sooner than later, and that'll give us more idea on when they're gonna start the projects. That is my report. You guys have any questions or anything? Okay. And then start her clerk report.
Just this one?
So she states that the state auditor, Andy, says that our annual or every 3-year audit is nearing its completion. They're still waiting on a few things, some answers from some outside sources. Let's see. She mentions the drought, that the state on April 8th declared a drought. She knows last year that several towns were trucking water in because they didn't have enough water. If it comes down to a situation where they need water, they just come take it. So we could have a plethora, but they'll just come and take our water, then it'll, yeah. So moderation.
Maybe the Department of Ecology could come and take that, or?
They could say, hey, this town needs water, you're coming to Endicott to grab it.
Huh.
So, I don't know how that all works, but
Yeah.
hopefully it will come down to that.
Yeah, really.
There's a grant opportunity for up to $100,000 to the Healthcare Foundation. I've kind of been batting around the application on it, how to fill it out and submit that. It's anywhere between $25,000 and $100,000. It opened on the 1st. I think it closes at the end of the month or maybe in June. I can't remember what.
June 30th.
Does she have it in here?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. At the end of June. And then it'd be awarded in October.
So what's the Healthcare Foundation? I mean, what's the grant for?
Usable for, I guess.
Yeah.
Public health stuff. So like last year, Star applied for it with her food pantry, and she got money to help with the food pantry. Things like if we can spin the diver and the vac truck and maybe water runoff efficiency or something like that into it, they could fund it plausibly. It's all about,
Mosquitoes.
right, public health awareness, right? So things like that is what I was thinking. The sewer plant needs some parts that are fairly steep in cost.
So that's kind of a big spectrum of what
Yeah,
it could
it could do
possibly cover.
if you'd like, I thought she sent it, maybe she sent it in a text, but I'll see if she has a link again. And you guys would like a copy of it, we can send it to you.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Alright, action items, resolution 7026-07. Oh, geez, come on. What is this one for? Resolution of the town of Endicott, Washington, accepting the low bid of Tomer Construction Company LLC for the 2026 scrub seal project. Directed the mayor, executive of. So this is what we talked about in the work session,
So
right?
this is
Correct.
been
What we
discussed,
already had given you permission.
Yeah,
to go ahead and do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just putting it in the resolution form, so you guys, it's all in the up and up.
Got it.
Are we all signing one of these today, or are we doing this in the meeting?
We need to, this is a meeting, we need to vote.
Well, I vote to accept resolution 2607, the resolution accepting Tomer's construction bid for the scrub seal.
Second.
moved and seconded that we accept resolution 2607 for the Tomar Construction, giving the mayor the authority to sign the paperwork and stuff for them. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Now we sign.
Yay! Fix them roads.
Let's see, so then we got April minutes, and then our special meeting minutes, and apparently the thing ate the. Is that the resolution binder?
The what?
There should be a binder. That's the resolution binder? Oh, it's right here. Okay. You guys are ready. Look through them all and verify everything is up and up.
I know, but it's funny the way it's worded.
Oh, warrant check register?
No, worse than that. The
Oh.
old age survivors insurance.
Yes.
Nobody survives that.
I had to ask that too. I was like, okay.
You good to go with minutes? Move to accept the minutes from the regular meeting of April 6th. And the special meeting of, we have to do them separately.
You doing better.
Special meeting of April 20th.
Second.
Moved and seconded to accept the minutes from the regular meeting of April 6th and special meeting on April 20th. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. All right, now expenditures.
Yeah, I've never heard that worded that way before, I don't think.
There's another one that's worded kind of funny too. We did it just a few days ago. It's some retirement of old something.
Well, I hate to tell them, but nobody survives old age. You know, it's like one thing.
Not at $25, they don't. I mean, they might be getting a zip meal. Well, maybe. All right. You guys good with all that? You want to make some motions here?
Sure.
I move to accept the expenditures.
The move a second to accept expenditures for 4/1 to 4/30. That's it. That's not right. This will be for last month's. Oh no, 4/1. Yeah, that's right. 4/1 to 4/30. Sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Everybody have a good evening.
Can you pass around one for us to sign? No.
You just have to approve it. You don't have to.
But we don't have to sign that
Book
at the
here?
bottom, like.
Well, I guess you can sign it.
Because there's like 2 pages of it today with places for signature.
Is there?
Yes,
I only have one.
Yeah, I have a different copy of it.
I didn't get a copy of the second one. Yeah, I guess we better sign this. Well, you guys have to sign this.
Is that one I chose?
Whichever one's prettier.
It's just
More.
Is it an extension of?
Yeah.
yeah, just silly stuff.
There's a couple more line items.
Yeah, it's what's another 5 years in prison?
Well, I only got the one, unless I got it all jostled in here somewhere. I only got the one today. It's usually when it's multiple pages, this part is on the back of the, there's only one. That's why I thought it was on one page. And I only got one page. Perfect. All right.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Move and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Billy's first, Nicholas second. Correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for speaking up tonight. I enjoyed being able to hear what you're saying.